Hello and welcome to Zach103 TV, and today we're racing the first race of the Carsland Cup Series playoffs here at Auto Club. You can see playoff banners of the first three starting drivers that are in the playoffs, and of course one of those drivers being NASCAR Fireball 48, second pole in a row, I think, starting here at Auto Club. But first, let's go with these playoff drivers in order of how they made it into the playoffs. So starting off with German Chick 81, 2 wins, and then we got Feedbat in the 31. Then Evan Pure in the 11. And then Sabretooth in 43. And then Roberto Crown Jr. in the 21. And then Thornalexa Gaming in the 20. And then James the Fish in the 35, starting kind of out back. And then Dissect in the 7. And then the 37 Eric Van D. And then 12 of Gar Salamander. The 60 of Cody Goforth, aka Savage Toy Show. Then our pole sitter, NASCAR Fireball 48, 2018 driver, the runner-up champion, runner-up to the champion. Then the 66 of Roach, aka Professor Prostate. Then starting third in today's race is Dale Paulus Jr. And then 77 of Joy Paints. And then finally, who made that last playoff stop by beating who was it? Would be Sammy the Box. Kind of starting out back, but they might recover. So yeah. Anyways, winner of last race was Sabretooth, getting his third win of the season. And yeah, that's good. Also, highest starting non-playoff driver is Dripsy in the Dogecoin Chevrolet for Drip Racing, the team owner of that team. So that's good. We're going to go to the cockpit. We're about to start the engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
Drip Racing also announced over the week that they will be hiring Crimsons.exe and they will be sticking with Chevy instead of going to Ford. 20 laps here. It may seem short, but Auto Club's a rather large track. Both the Railfan and Motorsports cars starting up the top 10. Interesting to see. Pace car takes that hard right left turn. And, oh no, and Gar Salamander goes low. We'll see what's wrong with him, but green flag in the air as NASCAR Fireball 48 takes the jump to the lead. Playoffs driver Gar Salamander issues, mechanical issues. That will not be good for him starting in this first round of the playoffs. He'll have to work really hard these next couple of races. Already starting off to a bad start for Gar Salamander's season points champion German Chick 81, who started second up here, might try to pass. He's going to go low on the 93. Don't know if it's going to stick. I've done enough tests to find out which line is better here. But NASCAR Fireball 48 holding the lead. believe Garcelman are still in the race. Is Dripsy in the 54 challenging the 81. Looks like 81 will clear the 54. Let's check out the 12 Gar Salamander while these guys are battling up here. Lap 3, by the way. So he's still in the race. Probably just had a slight issue. He is way away from the pack, a lap down. This is not good for his playoff standings at all. He's going to have to work really hard come... I think next week is Old Spice, and in fact it's one of his quarter panel sponsors, but well, it's not really one of his sponsors, but it's one of the quarter panel logos on the car, so that's interesting. Let's go back to the leaders, and 93 still holding the lead is Bradley Ream making some moves. Also like to mention that Joy Paints is not driving the number 77 today, it is Tony 5811 driving that number 77. Joy Paints tested positive for COVID-19, decided not to race today, but will be returning at Old Spice if all goes good. And we were just talking about Crimson.exe. He had a strong finish at 37 Speedway, which was a interesting race to say the least. And yeah, he is up here trying to get some spots. Future team owner up there in second or third. And yeah, he's doing pretty good today. Running in the top 10. And 4 wide Cactus King. He's wanting it. Yeah, he has had an interesting season. Finished second at Airbase Speedway. And also, say the 93 wins today, it will not help him expand to the playoffs. But the laps he's leading here will help him, and I think if at this point, I think he's probably a guy to watch. Could possibly be locked in at the moment. And yeah, good points for season standing for him as well. As Bradley Ream put in a good race today. Has a win at Thornton, but unfortunately did not quite make the playoffs. A lot of guys are close. Crimsons and Bradley Ream and Flame were one of them. Some of them that had a really good chance just can get the run going. Is German Chick 81 fighting real strong on the bottom lane. Just hasn't got the run. In fact, teammates 1-2 here, Bradley Ream and NASCAR Fireball 48 for Railfane Motorsports. Lap 7, Dripsy trying to go for second again. That number 54 Dogecoin Chevy. Bradley Ream still fighting up high as Jason Waymeyer. He is fighting here with the 77. Has been the last few laps and finally got around him. Got around the 77 of Tony. Tony's doing good today, putting on a top 10 run. That will get you into the next round. And Roach up here as well. So runs like this, they'll get you some good spots in the playoffs. In fact, Joy Paints has been a top 10 car all season, and that's why they're in the playoffs. Only 3 guys are in the playoffs without a win. That is Sammy in a box, Daniel Pellis Jr., and the 77 of Joy Paints. In fact, Joy Paints, or not Joy Paints, Tony 5811 and Daniel Pellis Jr. are just a card between each other, so that's cool. 40 might get a run here. yeah, not enough. These guys are working hard. Oh, he goes high. Could we have a pass for the lead here? No. 93 went low. I thought he had a good shot for the lead there, but no. 93 went low in the mid corner. Couldn't stick. So it really just depends. I think the leader just has an advantage. I don't know. German Chick 81 in 4th. If she stays where she's at right now, she'll get 3rd in playoff or 2nd in playoff standings. Right behind 2018 championship contender NASCAR Fireball 48 is Bradley Ream once again going to the top to try to pass. I think I've seen a car going low there. I think that was Crimson's.exe. No? I don't know. I thought I'd seen a car going low. I'll have to check. But again, that 40 car trying to get up there. He is wanting this lead from the 93. And he is so close to getting it. Here he goes. Good run off this corner here. 93 is officially on the bottom. And he has passed the 93, but will it stick? Here comes the 81 of German Chick 81 trying to pass here. Won't stick. Comes 93 again on the bottom. Neil Pauls Jr. trying to get low. Nice battle for the lead between teammates here. Car coming out of pit road. I didn't quite see who that was. Oh, Dripsy? What happened to Dripsy? Dripsy was having a good run here. And that drip racing equipment is obviously served to be somewhat flawed this season. As I mean, they've had problems in the ZSS with cars stalling out, having issues, and now in the Cup Series where race they were doing really good. Now stuck a lap down with Gar Salamander. So yeah, that's a bummer. Let's go back to our leader, Bradley Ream. He's looking for win number 2 this season. Not number 40 for Rail Fame Motorsports. And he's got a decent lead here from the 93. We were looking at the 54 of Dripsy. We see that James Fish was back here, and this is not good for his playoffs at all. The Mobile One Racing car is not having a great race today. Let's see, Gar Salamander and James Fish. That's it. That's in the playoffs, and neither of them having a good day today. And of course, Seal, he's running better than the both of them right now. But overall in the season, he was in the playoffs at one time, but right now that's not the case. Go back to the 40 of Bradley Ream. He's getting challenged again by his teammate, NASCAR Fireball 48. Both these two leading some good laps. 40 Bradley Ream trying to go for season standings. Get some good points for that. And to get the win. Get win number 2 this season. This is the PS Motorsports 500. So highest running PS Motorsports car. Let's see. None of them are in the top 10. Highest running would be PS Motorsports owner, not a weeb, who had a really good shot at making the playoffs, but unfortunately a bad race at 3-7 room as we're 4 wide in this corner here between MS Fan 5, another PS Motorsports driver, and a couple playoff drivers, Feed Cat, Pure Evan, and Murto Crown Jr. Now Crimson's, he's kind of falling back a little bit. I think he's going to lose a couple spots, but Overall, he ain't doing too shabby. So far, caution-free, Bradley Ream up here leading them. 93 has led the most laps, and 3 of these guys, Daniel Pauls Jr. and Drumchick 81 up here. 4 highest running playoff guys is Drumchick 81 at the moment. Daniel Pauls Jr. 93 of NASCAR Fireball 48 and Tony 4811 and the number 77. Chick 81 getting a run here. She could challenge for a win. You win number 3. Again, a win does not lock you into the next playoff round. Points. And points are gotten by position and laps you lead. Motorsports Caden Williams, he's put on a show for a decent portion of the season. A lot of top 10s, a lot of top 5s, but not at the beginning of the season. The beginning of the season was not a good season for him, but yeah, unfortunately missed the playoffs and wasn't consistent enough. He'll be racing for Carsland Incorporated. Oh, Joy Paint's nudging him, or Tony 5811 nudging him, trying to let him know that I'm a playoff driver. I need some points. And Tony doing a great job in that number 77 today. Top 10 run, running 6. Gonna maybe get around that 25. Will. There's Roach is up here as well. So we're 2 to go right now. Let's go to the 40 and the 81. It's between these two at the moment. Drumchick 81, I think, has a couple second place finishes. North Wilkesboro was a big. Wait, no. What was it? Rockingham was a big battle between her and Flam. She ended up getting the short end of the stickers. We're 1 lap to go. Bradley Ream with a big lead coming into turn 1 and 2. Real Fan Motorsports has had a good season. They won in ZSS last Sunday for NH Introvert. Been putting a good season together. Unfortunately, only one of their guys made the playoffs. That's 93. He's still running in 4th. In fact, let's see where these two finish. The 93. This will be for playoff positioning where these guys finish here. 77 versus the 93. 77's going 4 wide. Tony 5811 is very aggressive in that 77. He put a good race on today. Good finish. Got a 4th place finish for Joy Paints. Finishing right behind German Chick 81. And Dale Pulse Jr. actually getting 2nd, so that's good. Second place finish for Daniel Paulus Jr. 40 Bradley Ream, non-playoff driver, wins today. But he would have won this if this race would have happened a week ago, and this was the last race of the playoffs. He would be in. But unfortunately, that's not what happened. So, yeah, we'll see you next week at. I remembered it this time. Never mind. No, I didn't. Here, let me think. It was Old Spice Road Course next week, and be prepared for that. Congratulations for win number 2, Bradley Ream. Fortunately, not in the playoffs, and not a good race for the Mobile One Racing guys. Dripsy had an okay race, but unfortunately didn't have enough at the end and had some mechanical issues. So, yeah, we'll see y'all next week at Old Spice Road Course.